Hello everyone, myself Nitin Heraje, Assistant Professor, Department of CS, AG Institute of Engineering and Technology, Bangalore. Now I am going to discuss Module 3 of Computer Graphics and Visualization. The first topic I will be discussing is about normalization and viewport transformations. So we'll see how world window is mapped into uh, the viewport window. So there are two approaches for this. So the first approach is that normalization and window to viewport transformations are combined into one operation. That is, there is no separate operation for mapping normalization window and viewport window. It is a combined operation, that is from uh, world window to the normalization and viewport transformation. It is an combined operation. The viewport range, it can be in terms of 0 to 1 into 0 to 1. So the window range is viewport window range is 0 to 1, and also the clipping takes place in 0 to 1, 0 to 1 itself. And then the viewport is mapped to the display device. Okay, so next we will see what is that second approach. In the second approach, uh, normalization and clipping take place before viewport transformation. So here we have a separate operation for the transformation, that is first from world window to normalized window. From the normalized window we go for the viewport transformation. So two procedures are there. So here the normalization and viewport transformation is not combined, it is a separate operation. And viewport coordinates are specified in screen coordinates. Okay, so we'll look into this one by one approach, what it is. So here mapping clipping window into normalized viewport. As you see here, there is only one transformation, that is from the world clipping window the transformation takes place to the normalized viewport. Okay, so this is the first approach. If you look at this, in the world window we have this point as the xw minimum, that is x-axis value here, and this is the y-axis minimum value here. If you look at this point, this is x-axis max value, and this is y-axis max value. This is in the world window. So when you transform it to the normalized viewport, so you get an option like this. So normalized viewport, basically it ranges from 0 to 1, or you can also have it from -1 to +1. Okay, so here we have taken it from 0 to 1, that is in the normalized viewport. Since it is a normalized viewport, we will take it from 0 to 1. Okay, so this is that window, the exactly whatever you can see it here, the same thing is transformed to this window. Okay, so whatever you used to see here, the same content you can see it here. Okay, but if you see the size of the window has slightly changed, correct? the horizontal length has been increased, and if you look about vertical, there is a little position has been changed. This is towards a little lower side. That is, here also we have y minimum value, which you can see a little less than y w min. Okay, y so here w means it stands for world coordinate, and v means it stands for viewport coordinate. Okay, so this gives you the yv min means it gives you the value of this point. Similarly here xv min is the value for this. Okay, so this is yv min, this is xv min. So here we have this point as xv min comma yv min. Similarly here we have this point is xv max comma yv max at this particular point. And if you see at the coordinates, you have it here 0 to 1. Okay, so this is the difference that is going to take place. So if I just say here, basically what has happened is scaling has taken place. Scaling means there is a change in the size, right? The change in the size, you can see the size of this window and size of this window is slightly changed, and also the position of the window has been slightly changed, which we call it as translation. The change in position is nothing but translation here. Okay, so this is the point that was there inside the clipping window when it was in the world coordinate. Okay, so the point is xw comma yw, that is this particular point, and the same point you can weave it here also, which is xv comma yv. So v stands for viewport, and x and y are the xy coordinates of this particular position. Okay, now if you look at this also, there is a slight change in the size of the points. So the scaling has been taken place. Also, if you look at the position, slightly the position of the point also has been changed. Okay, so two things happens here, that is scaling and translation factors are involved in this. Okay, so here as you see the point here, maintain relative size and position between clipping window and viewport. So it is said as maintain relative size and position. So size comes in terms of scaling, position comes in terms of translation. So it is clearly mentioned maintain the relative size and position. It is not maintain the same size and position. Okay, it's all about relative. Okay, so relative size and position. All right, so between the clipping window and viewport. Fine. So we'll see this here. This formula gives you the relative positions here. So xv, that is this particular value over here, xv minus xv min, that is here, divided by xv max minus xv min equals to, or here, xw minus xw min divided by xw max minus xw min. So when you look at this formula, you can clearly make out that this is some relation. There is some relation. Okay, so it is not blindly taken. It's all about relative size and position. So this is the same formula with respect to the y-axis. You can see here yv minus here yv min divided by yv max minus yv min will be equal to yw over here minus yw min divided by yw max minus yw min. So this formula gives you the relation with the clipping window in the world coordinate and clipping window in the normalized viewport. Okay, I hope you're clear with this. So moving on to the next, solving for xv yv. Xv yv are nothing but you can see it here, the new positions in the normalized viewport. Okay, xw yw are the old position that was there in the world clipping window, and the new position is xv yv in the normalized viewport. So we'll look into it, how to get the value of xv. So xv equal to sx into xw. Xw is nothing but here you can see this. So you have xw over here, okay, plus tx. Now what is this sx and tx? So sx is nothing but the scaling factor. Sx is the scaling factor with respect to x, and tx is nothing but the translation factor with respect to x. Okay, similarly to find out yv equal to sy, again here sy is nothing but the scaling factor with respect to y and into yw, plus py is nothing but the translation factor with respect to y. Okay, so here you can just check how to find out sx. Sx is nothing but xv max minus xv min divided by xw max minus xw min. This is nothing but if you look at this, you will get the window size with respect to horizontal, that is x-axis in the viewport, divided by window length in the x-axis, that's in the world window coordinate. Similarly here sy equal to yv max minus yv min. This is nothing but the vertical length of the window, clipping window in the normalized viewport, divided by yw max minus yw min. This is the vertical length of the clipping window in the world clipping window. Okay, next here is the translation factors. To find the translation factors, this is the formula, that is tx equal to xw max into xv min minus xw min into xv max divided by xw max minus xw min. So this is the formula to find out the translation factor with respect to x. Similarly, to find out the translation factor with respect to y, we have yw max into yv min minus yw min into yv max divided by yw max minus yw min. So this formula will get you the translation factor with respect to y axis. All right, I hope you got this. Okay, so next we'll look into that transformation from world coordinate to viewport coordinates with the following sequence, that is scale and translate. So scale the clipping window to the size of the viewport using a fixed point position of xw min, yw min, and translate xw min, yw min to xv min, yv min. Okay, so we have the scaling matrix here. This is the scaling matrix. So this is a 3 cross 3 matrix. So the first element is x, then we have 0 xw min into 1 minus sx, 0 sy yw min into 1 minus sy, 0 0 1. Okay, all right. So these are the 3 cross 3 matrix for scaling. As well we have 3 cross 3 matrix for translation also. So this is the matrix that is for translation. Okay, now here the composite matrix representation for the transformation to the normalized viewport. So this matrix is important. You should remember this matrix. So the dot product of the translation and scaling matrix, what you get is this. After solving, you will get this as the matrix. So sx 0, tx 0, sy, ty. So again sx and tx are scaling and translation factors with respect to x. Sy and ty are scaling and translation factors with respect to y. Okay, then we have is 0 0 1. Okay, again this is a 3 cross 3 matrix. All right, and this is important. This you should be remembering, that is the composite matrix representation for the transformation to the normalized viewport. Okay, this is important. Please remember this. All right. So next we'll move to the other approach, the second approach. So mapping clipping window into normalized square. So here, as we said, there is a separate uh, transformation from normalized window to the viewport screen. Okay, so if you look, the difference is that this part, earlier approach, this was combined, and here we have a separate translation from normalized window to the screen viewport. Okay, so the world clipping window can first be mapped to normalized square uh, between -1 to +1, where clipping algorithm takes place. So that is here. So from the world window coordinate, you will have a mapping to the normalized window, which is between -1 to +1. So -1 to +1, and then transform the scene into viewport given in display coordinates. So from here you need to transform to uh, the viewport screen. Okay, so from here we are going to transfer to this point. All right, so if you look at this again, you have a window like this, that is the clipping window in the world coordinates. So uh, here the vertical length is yw min to yw max, and the horizontal is from xw min to xw max, and you can see a point here uh, where the position is, the xy coordinate is xw and yw. Okay, so from here you will transform to a normalized window where it ranges from -1 to +1. So -1 to +1, you can either have -1 to +1, or it can also be 0 to 1. So any one of these two cases. So when it is transforming, the point position is here. It is here. So the coordinate is called as x norm comma y norm, and there is no minimum value of x and y over here, because it is all -1 to +1. Okay, so it is -1 to +1. Then the length of this square is 2, because it starts from -1 and it is up to plus 1. So minus 1 to 0 one length, and 0 to 1 another length. So the total units is 2 is the edge length of this window. Since it is a square, it is the same. 2 is the edge length of this window. Next, from here, you are going to transform it to the viewport screen. Here you can see now again you have a YV min. I told what this V will represent. So YV min to YV max. Here it is XV min to XV max, and you have the point here. So XV comma YV. So from here, when it reaches till here, again there is a change in the size and the position. So scaling and translation factor also affected here. Okay. So the normalized square with the edge length equal to 2, as I already said, is transformed into a specified viewport. Okay, so you can view this matrix here. This is from window, that is world window, to normalized square. Since the edge is 2, we are getting this as the matrix over here. So these are all the inbuilt values that has been given. So 2 by xw max minus xw min is the first uh, element in the matrix. Again here this is a 3 cross 3 matrix, and second element is 0. The third element is minus xw max plus xw min divided by xw max minus xw min, and so on. Just remember this matrix. Okay, so the next matrix is from the normalized square to the viewport. So again this is a 3 cross 3 matrix. You need to remember this matrix to 3 cross 3 matrix. Okay, so this is a matrix from normalized square to the viewport screen. Again this need to be remembered. All right, I hope it is clear now for you. We'll move on to the next. Next is that the clipping algorithms. So just getting into this, first we should know what is clipping. So any procedure that eliminates those portions of a picture that are either inside or outside a specified region of a space is referred to as a clipping algorithm, or simply clipping. So let me just simply tell what is the clipping. So say you are watching a train, say you are watching a stopped train. uh, with our eyes we cannot accommodate the complete train, correct? So when we look into the train, some portion of the train is visible to us. Okay, and this some portion is nothing but what is the clipped object that we are going to view. If you look into actual train that is in the world coordinate, the actual train is still longer than what we are viewing, correct? It will have many other portions than what we can look in our eyes. So that is what we can see in our eyes, that's called as the clipping window, and that is the clipped images. Other images we cannot see it, though it exists. All right, hope you got this. Okay, now what are the different objects clipping? So we have one thing is the point clipping, second thing is the line clipping, third one is fill area clipping, so nothing but polygons, then we have curve clipping, then we have text clipping. So these are the different objects clipping. Okay, so out of which here we are much concentrated into line clipping and fill area clipping. For these two we have good algorithms. For line clipping we have Cohen Sutherland line clipping algorithm. In that fill area clipping, that is for polygons, we have Sutherland Hodgman algorithm for polygons, polygon clipping. Okay, so these two are important for us in the syllabus. All right, So we'll see what is point clipping. uh, the two-dimensional point clipping. For a clipping rectangle in standard position, we save a two-dimensional point, that is p equal to x comma y. So x comma y is the point of the coordinate position of the point. Okay. So for display, if the following inequalities are satisfied, that is xwmin should be less than equal to x, that is the x coordinate of the point, should be less than equal to xw max, and yw min should be less than equal to y is the y coordinate of the point, and that should be less than equal to yw max, which is nothing but your x and y should be within the clipping window. If these conditions satisfy, then we can look the, or the point is visible to us. If any of these four inequalities is not satisfied, the point will be clipped off from the viewing window and it is not visible to us. Okay, so this is about a point clipping. Next we'll move on to the two-dimensional line clipping algorithms. So you can look here, this is a actually your clipping window. Okay, so whatever objects appear within this window can only be seen, not outside this window. Okay, for example, this p3, p4, p9 and p10, it is completely outside of the window, so this whole line is not visible for us, and p1 p2 is completely inside, so we can view the complete line. Okay, then if you look at this p6 and p5, uh, this is this in this line partial of the line segment is outside the clipping window, so we can view only up to this point. Okay, so p6 to some this point, not up to p5. So the new point we call it as just a p5 dash. Here you can see it, and this window, if you see, both the points are outside the clipping window, both endpoints are outside clipping window, but still some of the line segment passing through the window. So from this point to this point, the line will be clipped off. From here to here also the line will be clipped off. So the new point here p7 dash, the new point over here p8 dash will be visible. That is what you can see here. So this is after clipping. So line completely inside the window is completely visible, then partially if it is out, everything will be discarded. Okay, so two lines are completely discarded, so this is what actually visible to us. Okay, so the parametric equations of line segment from x naught comma y naught to x end comma y end is that x equal to x naught plus u into x end minus x naught, y equal to y naught plus u into y end minus y naught, where u is between 0 to 1. Okay, so this is about the line clipping. So in the next video I will be discussing about Cohen-Sutherland line clipping algorithm. Okay, after that we have Sutherland-Hodgman polygon clipping algorithm, so I will be discussing that in my next video. I hope whatever has been taught till now is clear to you all and you have understood it. Thanks for the watching the video. Thank you so much.